HYROX New York City is 5 days away, and will me and my twin brother Mike survive? Find out in this episode of Get Moving. What's happening, everybody? I'm your host, Coach Cala here, local PE teacher, HYROX athlete, marathon runner, and I am so excited to do my third HYROX with my twin brother Mike, our second one together. Now, HYROX is an 8 kilometer race with 8 functional workout stations. So I'm gonna run. So me and Mike will run 8 kilometer, then we'll do a 1,000 meter ski erg, run another kilometer, do a 50 meter sled push, run another kilometer, and so on, up until we get to the last station, 100 wall balls, and our legs are toast by the end of it. But we're gonna have some fun, and that's really what it's about, is just getting moving. It's easy to sit on the couch and doom scroll all day, but the goal here is to get moving and just push the limits of our minds and bodies and overall have fun. So, is HYROX harder than a marathon? Is a question I get all the time. I'm a 3-time marathoner, whatever that means, just for the audience to know. I've loved doing lots of fitness, but I don't think there's anything harder than a marathon. The New York City Marathon was so tough, and when my legs gave out at mile 9, whew. The cool thing about doing the HYROX, at least with partners, is you could switch off on the stations. I'm not too sure how hard it is for the men's pro solo. That's a different animal and different field. I'm still new to the HYROX. This will be my third one. They're just really a lot of fun, and we love doing them together. I'd say the craziest part about the HYROX, though, and what makes it really tough, maybe even just as tough at some points of a marathon, is you're in zone 5 like the whole time, where my heart rate is just pumping, pumping, pumping the whole time. And I was at like 195, 200 last time. And you really don't want to be that high, especially during a workout. But there's just no stop during a HYROX. But you can stop. It is really tough, though. It's a lot of fun, and I think everyone should do it. Another question I get a lot is, why are runners struggling? And one thing I think that runners maintain a lot of is their cardio when they're training, and not many of them are working out enough um, to compete in the HYROX. For my first HYROX, we did 116, me and my older brother. I just ran in there with marathon shape, wasn't working out enough. My second one, I didn't do any cardio. I just got off of wrestling season, but I was working out a lot and did 118. So I'm really trying to see if I combine both the cardio and the strength, if me and my twin will do better than last time. Most lifters do a good job, but they do struggle with the run. But if you're going to the gym and doing CrossFit exercises, you will probably do the best on the lifts. If you're not do the best you can on race day, you should combine weight training with cardio a few times a week. And if you need any help, just follow me, subscribe, and I on my channel I do tons of fitness educational tips and just giving my advice for all my students and supporters who might one day do their own HYROX or marathons. So, segment 2 of this video is I'm going to break down the stations that will break me or have broke me in the past. If you haven't seen my past videos where I rank the 8 hardest stations, well, go check them out. If not, I'm going to go over them here again. So right off the bat, one question I always get is, what is the hardest station? And again, this is after doing many, many runs. I think this is station number. Sled for me is by far the hardest station. Wall balls were the hardest on my first one, but the second time I did it, the pole sled, I just could not move the thing. And I was trying so hard to move it, and my legs were just done. They were cooked after. So I'm hoping I could survive that this time to help my twin out more, as he carried me mostly through that run or during the DC HYROX, and I'm hoping that this time I will carry him a little bit more. What looks easy but destroys people? I would honestly say the farmer's carry is the easiest one, but if you are constantly dropping the kettlebells, they will break you. Will break you. My first time doing it, I didn't drop it once, or maybe I dropped it one time. The second time I did it, oh my goodness, I dropped it like 3 or 4 times, and I had my twin have to carry it. But that one could break you. And honestly, the first station looks the easiest. The skier where you're pulling nonstop, trying to get to 1,000 kilometers. Um, Man, if you gas yourself out on that first station after the first run, it will be very tough to survive the rest of the HYROX. Trust me, on my second one, just went all out on it, and I was hurting for the whole race. Was still pumped with the 118 time. Honestly, just finishing the race is always just a great thing. But that one is one that will destroy you if you do not pace yourself on the ski ergs. Are wall balls impossible is another question I always seem to get. No. The first time I thought they were impossible. 100 is so many, and if you have the wrong person judging you, you might not be going low enough, or they might not hit the button that hits the X on the wall ball when you have to throw it up. So it could mess with your mentality. But the second time we did it, it was about the same time, 6 minutes, which is not good. Trust me, I'm not a pro at wall balls. I've barely been practicing them. But if you get low in your squats and just throw it up and pray that it's going to hit it, you'll be good that day. Three, biggest HYROX mistakes. Why do people gas out? That is a great question. From that happens when people go to the HYROX is that 10 minutes of waiting with each other, just eyeing everyone on. The host is hyping you up to get moving, which is sick. But you want to compete and show them that you're the top dog in that race, which definitely messed me up in the last one. Jeremy Miller, one of the best YouTubers and fitness influencers out there, was in me and my twin brother Mike's group for the last one. And boy, did I thought keeping up with him was smart. No way. I was gassed after the first one. So I think that is the first thing. You need to have a game plan and strategy when you're doing the HYROX in order to succeed and not gas out right away. Everybody's going to gas out eventually, but right away, you should try to conserve some energy. I think the race is going to start for me and Mike after station 4, halfway, the better half. Another question I usually get is the biggest beginner mistake. Going too hard on the ski ergs right away. There's something about pulling it as hard as you can, getting low enough and thinking it's really easy, and then as soon as you go to run, you're using a different system in your body. You're going from sprinting to an aerobic system, and it just really can mess you up. The other thing is a common beginner mistake is the push sled. If you get to the push sled and you notice it's not pushing far enough, switch partners right away. Too many people try to muscle it. No, it's a technique. You really got to get close and try to push it nice and fast. I've only done two HYROXes and I'm not an expert on them, but I really enjoy doing them. I overcoming challenges so my athletes and students can see that their PE teacher is really getting them moving all the time. But one thing I would really do different after the first two HYROX races that I have done, being Boston and DC, is that I would really have a real game plan. The first time me and my brother kind of had one, but I went out way too fast. Second time, me and my twin didn't really have one. We don't really work out together because his job's crazy and I live on the other side of the state, so we're always working. We're always competing with each other, like on Strava and texting each other, but we never really worked out together. For this one, we're going in with a real game plan. So when to switch at each station, at what point of the row erg or the ski erg are we switching? Who's going to carry the kettlebells? How many wall balls are you going to do before switching? Those are things we've been talking about, and I think we are really ready to plan and succeed and hopefully PR at this HYROX in New York City. Race week thoughts. Am I actually ready? So the last time I did the first time I did a HYROX, I was in New York Marathon shape. I just came off running an hour 36 half marathon. I was crushing it, doing great things with my 10Ks, my halves, my 5Ks were all there. I was in great shape. Did I do HYROX specific workouts? No, so that's probably what pushed me back a little bit with my older brother for Boston with my twin Mike. Um, I thought we were ready because we're mentally tough, but I was out of running shape. I just came off of a wrestling season. I don't like having excuses. I tried running a lot, but then I hurt my knee, this and that, and I was not ready for that one. For this time, I have been crushing my runs. I hit Orange Theory twice a week up until last week. I've been tapering for the last week. I'm tapering the week of. I'm going to run probably 10, 15 miles before Friday when the race is and we are ready. Our goal is to break 116, what I got with my oldest brother, and more importantly, beat our score together, which is 118. So if we get under 116, that would be huge, but I would be very happy if we get under 118. That will be our goal time. Now, sub 115 would be sick, but I'm not going to get too crazy as I know how busy he's been and I know how busy I've been with coaching nonstop, working, but those aren't excuses. Those are just reasons for me to get better and show my athletes who's the best PE teacher around. Get moving. Um, Moving on. If you're liking this video as well, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share. I'm just a real person trying to grow my YouTube channel and help my students and supporters get moving. And maybe one day one of you will do the HYROX. And again, maybe you think you're working a lot, doing this and that. So is a lot of other people, and I'm just a real dude. Just help me grow my channel and just hit that subscribe button, everybody. So what scares me the most for Friday? Great question. That was one from one of my students. So the last time I did the Boston, or sorry, the DC High Rocks, my heart rate got so high, I think I hit 205, which was not good. I was out of shape. I am most scared for that happening again, but I'm gonna toughen it out if it does, and I know my body. I've been doing tons of runs. I've been feeling really good. I know for sure that that won't happen, and I'm mentally confident that I will overcome anything that's thrown my way on Friday. The second thing I'm most scared of is the 100 wall balls. Who is ready for those? Who is not scared of those, honestly? But I am super excited. And the last thing that I'm kind of scared of is I'm using my new Adios Pro 4s from Adidas to run in on Friday. I've never worn them on a high rock, so I'm going to see if they work well, and I'm sure they will. I'm excited. Segment number 5. Fun clickbait ending. Could wrestlers dominate a high rocks? If you know me, I do a lot of mat chats, is what we call it here. I love NCAA wrestling. I love college wrestling, freestyle wrestling, American wrestling, this and that. I think Division I wrestlers, the champions, would dominate a high rocks. I'm calling everybody from Penn State, Iowa, Oklahoma State. If you're watching this video, I think you should sign up for a high rocks and just crush it. I think the CrossFit athletes are the best in the world right now at it, but it's still only like 7 years old, this fitness race. I think if a Division I wrestler really pushed themselves and wanted to do this, they would crush it. Could a PE teacher survive a Hyrox? Well, I've survived two. So I'm hoping to survive a third one. However, curveball for this week, it is field day, and I have another race that day to win against my students and staff. So we will see if I will survive for Friday. Well, I appreciate all of you joining me for this video. I'm super excited to showcase my skills and all the hard work I've been putting in with my runs and Orange Theory workouts. And I just got done training with my friend Miles this morning where we put up a lot of weight. I'm super excited to run with my twin brother as it's just a great feeling to have my twin brother there, my older brother there, my family there supporting us. That's really what it's about. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below what you think me and Mike will get for our high rocks. Do you think me and Mike will survive this high rocks? Comment below if you think so. Thanks for watching, everybody, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, get moving.